What's up, peeps? Guess this is video number 3 I'm gonna upload. Wasn't planning on recording it. Thought I had a Spurs hat on. Oh yeah, shout out to my homie Yvonne. That sent me this hat on one of her mini Vegas trips. Her and her hubby, shout out to them. Man, shit, I woke up today, I feel pretty good today. It's Sunday, April the 2nd. And had a good couple days. I mean, I'm not in any pain or anything, but damn. This is another subject that I'll title this cold induced tremors. I woke up feeling good, man. Mom and I decided, let's go hit up Fur's Cafeteria. Well, it's buffet, not cafeteria. But we went to go eat at Fur's, man. Everything was cool. I sat down, and it was pretty cold in there, and so it got chilly and shit. Next thing you know, here I am doing the Nuetron Dance, whatever the hell is this. They started kicking in, man, and man, I got up to get a second plate. Shit. If there'd have been a carton of eggs, it'd have got to the table being an omelet. Yeah, dork. I don't know. I was real cold, and even some employees were saying it was cold in there. And next thing you know, I'm doing getting these damn tremors, shakes. I think I kind of noticed that at a couple of my appointments. Like when I was going to the wound care, a lot of times it was cold in there, so I'd be sitting there waiting to get seen, and these would kick in. But dang, I hadn't had them at all in, I don't know, a couple of days. Since the other day, I guess. Since it hit me real bad last Wednesday, I think. But shit, man, I'm home now, and it's not cold in here. In fact, my room was hot. I put the ceiling fan on, and I was hoping my Spurs bad boys and girls are getting together at a watch party today at a Hurricanes Grill and Bar. I was thinking about trying to go join them, man. Haven't been around the group in a while. Well, of course, but nah, not like this. I mean, I feel okay, but damn, I need it. Calm down. And I'm calm. I don't know what's up with this stuff, man. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I touched on that before. Sometimes, like a lot of times when I get cold, it seems like these kick in. My knees aren't doing too bad. It's just like my upper body right now. But anyway, just thought I'd video a little bit of me juking and jiving. Yeah, whatever. But I'll try and upload this here in a little bit, see if it gets up there okay. And thanks for you guys just tuning in. Like I said, I've told a lot. I'm not trying to do this for attention. I sure don't like the attention or anybody, ain't trying to get anybody's sympathy or anything. None of that. If I could help somebody or, if they can learn from my mistakes, man. Don't ever, man, stay away from drugs, especially that needle. I admit it now, shit, that needle had me for a couple of years. And I've told a lot of my friends that, man, it wasn't just that, it was the other shit. I was bad on coke. I shot up meth a few times too, but it was mainly coke. That I wasn't too good at it either. Once I get high, I'd be in a motel room or something, or be in the rig when I was driving 18-wheelers. Man, the needle would fall, 'cause you get high and you start shaking and stuff. Trying to get that next high, the needle will fall on the carpet. You think a drug addict's thinking about, I better get an alcohol swab and rinse that needle off, or alcohol swab my arm. Shit, you just want that high, man. And I would get that needle right off the dirty carpets and floors, whatever. Just jam it in my arm. So I used to give myself a lot of abscesses. I got scars. I got scars all up and down my arms from it. I don't have tracks. I don't have scars from sticking the needle in. I got scars from when I get abscesses, and either I'd have to go to the hospital so they cut them open and they'd clean them, or they'd bust on their own. Or I was telling my sister, my niece the other day, dang, I remember, God, it's so horrible to think doing that crap, that I survived. I don't know how, but I remember I'd be driving 18-wheelers, after I'd come home to San Antonio, I was off for the week or 4 or 5 days, whatever, and been partying, just sticking needles in my arm for days, and I go back on the road. You couldn't tell, I wore nice shirt, long sleeve shirts, and but man, I remember I know when I get an abscess, you feel it, it's a little infection, started getting hot. You look down, started getting swollen from the infection, and like, damn, did it again. Here's another abscess. Well, I get so bad, man. I kept needles with me because, I had my diabetic needles, but I'd use them for other purposes, to shoot up my shit. And man, when I knew I'd have an abscess, I didn't want to keep, I had to keep working. I couldn't call work and, hey, I'm halfway between here and New York. I got to go to the hospital because I got a drug-induced abscess, and you couldn't do that. So, man, I'd pull over, roll up my sleeve, take my shirt off, and I'd stick the needle in, man, and drain the abscess, the nasty pus. Ugh, damn, stupid, man. I'd stick the needle, to roll window down, squirt out there in the highway, do that until it would go down. The syringe would be full of green, yellow, red, blood. Yeah, gross, man. Anyways, that's why I have the nerve damage that I do have. All the infections I gave myself. I was telling my son Gabriel yesterday, I didn't know, man, even back then, I'm going to say I was ignorant to the effects of drugs. You hear about it, you'd see it. But honestly, I never knew, until the doctor told me later on, that coke and meth, it goes to even first-time users. That's what I'm saying. Use me as an example, man, to scare people away from this shit, because even first-time users, it doesn't matter. They said coke and meth automatically go to your nervous system and attack it. And shoot, man, the first time I tried cocaine, I was 18 years old. I just got married. The only time I was ever married. Yeah. I was working night shift as a welder, and I was the youngest, I was a kid there in there, but I would hang around these older guys, and I remember this guy that I used to give a ride to work. I went to his house one time super early. I think we probably we're drinking a beer, and we was like an hour before we get to work, and he busts out some coke. He goes, "You do this shit?" I said, I just kind of looked at him and go, "You want one?" And I didn't even think about it, man. I didn't even think about it. But I should. I just said, yeah. It's the first time I snorted coke. I just remember the guy's name. I'm not going to say it. I think he has a son in Clovis with the same name. I seen it on Facebook. Anyway, we work night shifts, so we get out in the morning, and it was like 6, 7 in the morning, but we'd already bought, it's like you get off of work now and go have a cold beer, right? Well, we'd have beer waiting for us in the coolers. Might be 6 or 7 in the morning, but we'd done work 12-hour shift, so anyhow, so I was running around these guys. I was 18 years old, and they were late 20s, early 30s, but shoot, a couple of them cats are dead, man. Johnny Roach, rest in peace, man. Little Robert Martinez, the Flame, he was our foreman. Anyway, get off track. Oh, that's just being old. Brain farts. Anyway, we'd be drinking, and somebody'd pull out a little bolsita, little 20. And yeah, I started snorting shit with them, and damn, I don't know how I ended up hitting that. I do. A couple years later, I started playing around with them. I'd get people to stick me for the longest time until, believe it or not, I was scared of needles. I am now. If they take my blood, I look the other way. I hate that, man. But unfortunately, it got to where, I'd be by myself. Wasn't nobody to stick me, so I had to do it, Don't ever, man, tell your kids, tell your grandkids, don't look at my dumb ass. Look at me now. But anyway, the drug's bad enough, and then me injecting it with needles and giving myself infections sure made it worse. And that's what kicked in the nerve damage, and then me having diabetes. I have hepatitis C. I contacted somewhere using needles, and I have muscle atrophy. But anyway, all that combined, as the doctors have explained, especially the diabetes, yeah, I had nerve damage, but like when I got sick in December, in January, when I got sick, and then I wasn't eating, I started losing all this weight that I lost. I'm trying to put back on. And I was so, weak. And that's when the nervous system really started getting attacked, and then I started getting these tremors and stuff. And the doctors explained, they said, yeah, it was going to happen eventually, but when you got really sick, your body was more susceptible, or easily susceptible to getting attacked, and it kicked in all these tremors, I guess, and so I got, my appointment was coming up at closer to the end of April. I got it moved up early, all the way to the 13th, like a week early. But anyway, I'm going to go for, when I need to put in for a wheelchair. I don't have a wheelchair. Your dad got around okay on my cane, man, but like if I'm like this and I have to go somewhere, cane's not going to keep my jiggly ass up. I need a wheelchair. And I'm sure, I got Medicaid and Medicare. It'll cover it, but the red tape takes forever. By the time a doctor puts it in, and then I don't know who has to approve it, but it took me almost 3 months to get my cane. I don't know where I put it up. And, anyway, that's all. I wanted to relax. Spurs can come on here in a little bit. But just keeping you guys in the loop. Shout out to Priscilla Perry. Oh, I'm sorry, Priscilla Knoll. Somebody made an honest woman out of you, Priscilla. You guys will probably be, maybe I'll put it on Facebook if any of y'all want to check out these, I don't know I'll call them the Tremors videos, I guess. Because that's really what, I've had a lot of people ask me a lot of questions, like if I've just talked to them on the phone or text them,